Hey, welcome back. It's day 3 of our van build, and today we're going to show you something really special. We're going to show you how
we installed 2 back windows and they look like this. So let's get started. So this is the CR Lawrence windows. It's pretty much the only one I could find online to fit the ProMaster. So we got 2 of these for the back. So we're gonna put them above the bed. It comes pretty much like this in a box. And then you're essentially gonna wanna unscrew the inner lip piece, which is the side that goes on the inside. And then when you trace, you actually wanna trace this piece along this inner smaller lip. So we took the inside of the window off and we're gonna trace it out. It's easier if you remove this first to trace it. We made the mistake of not removing it and then tracing it. So we'll basically lay this down and trace along the cutting edge, which will be the lip inside.
So
Yeah, right here.
okay. See it.
Aha!
Here's your cutout. If you have 2 windows, you're gonna reuse this, so keep hold of it. So the first thing you'll wanna do is to mark out where you wanna put the window. We don't wanna mess with this, so the highest the window could actually go is gonna be up to here. So we've marked we wanna put the window right here with some markers. And the first step is going to be to cut out this middle piece. Good job! Woo! And then we'll tape it onto the RV.
And then we'll make notches and we'll draw it on the outside. The reason we're doing it on the outside is so the jigsaw can actually cut. We're kind of obstructed in here. So it'll be a lot easier to get a clean cut along the outside. So we made some dings on the inside and you can actually see kind of the outline of the window, and so that makes it easier for us to make sure when we come outside and we trace it that it's both where we want it to be on the inside, and now we can kind of true it up to make sure it's level on the outside. So more art than science, but it's going to be parallel now, and also where we want to be on the inside.
So this is the exact same template that we had inside. After we were done making the dings, we just brought it outside facing the exact same way as if it was laying on the inside still. And then we just taped it up here. It's along the ding edges. And then we're gonna trace it. Should I start tracing it?
Yeah.
Should I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Woo.
Voila!
Ta-da! As I mentioned, we're doing 2 windows, 1 on each side. So we didn't even need to do the notches inside. All we had to do was just measure from here to here on the other side, and that's how we knew where it was gonna be, and then you just get your template and then you trace it out. So it's much easier if you're doing another window. So the next step you wanna do is to get some tape and to tape it around all the edges. And the reason for this is because of the machine that you're gonna cut. I think it's called a jigsaw.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So basically it just prevents the jigsaw from scraping the van as you're cutting. Pro tip, you wanna make sure you add a ton of tape up to this area because your jigsaw will scratch it. We actually did that to our van already.
all we did was just drill a couple pilot holes to get the jig in there. I'll probably drill a couple more around the edges, but it just helps get the jig in there, and I'll cut around the edges now and it'll pop out. And don't forget your protection. Boom, boom, boom. As we cut, we're just gonna start taping it up so it wobbles less. It makes it a lot easier to cut, stabilizes it, and that way it doesn't fall or break or hurt anything.
Please fit, please fit, please fit. Lift it up. Well, it's definitely big enough.
So we went ahead and ordered this lining from the window company. You basically put it along the edge and it just gives you a smoother edge to mount the window into, helps with sealant. We're gonna put a blow dryer against this or a hot heat gun, and it'll cinch it basically to the window, so we'll run it around and cinch it up. This is Sikaflex. It's primerless to glass. It's just a sealant that helps us basically get all our windows in. So we'll put this on the edge of the window, hold it up, dries in 6 hours. We'll make sure we screw the other side of the window in, tape it, and then it should be good to go.
Pro tip, do not get this on your hands. It will not come off for days. It's still on my hands, and the only thing that slightly helps is WD-40. So just keep that in mind.
Basically, to finish up the windows, once we had the sealant on the actual window, we placed it in, made sure it fit. We put the inside ring over it, and then you hand screw all of these. Hand screw them tight, make sure everything feels and looks good. And then you just leave it overnight to dry, and we'll come back tomorrow and check it with a hose and see if it's sealed.
Okay, so we finished.
Day 3.
We finished day 3.
We're done with 2 back windows successfully after botching 1 window. So we're excited.
Yeah, we still need to tell you the story about that, but let's show you the good windows we did.
So this is the left rear window, and you can actually see through and in to the other side. So we put one on each side.
And they're pretty tinted, so it has a lot of privacy.
And the nice thing is it's so tall that you can't actually really see in the window.
Check this out. The windows look so good inside here. When you step into the van, it's immediately so much more open feeling. I mean, we're lucky because we already have these two to start, and then having these above our bed